So, what is the gospel? What are these four books, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that we spend so much time talking about? The first four books of the New Testament. Well, I think of it this way. As a little kid, I used to read all these books and watch all these movies and TV shows that had a good guy, an action hero, saving the world from some bad guy. The good guy would, have his bigger sword, the whatever that, or his stronger magical power or whatever that he would use to defeat this evil. Well, I look at this and I think the gospel is that. It's the greatest one of that ever. It's God coming down and winning over evil. But the best part of it is that he didn't win with some bigger magical power, even though he had it. He didn't win with some bigger sword, even though he had it. He won with grace and forgiveness and love. And it's not a fight against all the evil people, because if that were the case, we would have all fallen under that category. Instead, it was a fight to save all the evil people from themselves with grace and forgiveness and dying for us. And so the gospel, the good news of the gospel, is it's this true story in which the greatest, most powerful being ever chose love, and because of it, we were all saved. Now that leads us into what it looks like to be a disciple of this guy who did that. Well, if you look at what his story is, the story of the strongest person in the universe choosing love instead of fighting, choosing to forgive, and choosing to die so that we could live with him. He chose to literally die so that we could save us, or so he could save us and we could be with him, rather than live alone, and rather than simply defeat the evil in us. He chose to replace it with himself so we could be with him. So what does it look like to be a disciple of this guy who chose love? Well, if his greatest action ever was to choose love, then I think that needs to be ours too. To be a disciple of Christ is to recognize that we are here because of his love, and that his love is so powerful and inescapable that we need to do everything we can to share it with everyone around us and to love everyone around us unconditionally. The prostitutes, the tax collectors, they didn't go to Jesus because of his legal mindset. They went to Jesus because he made them feel welcome, because he loved on them no matter what, because he chose to reach out to them with a caring hand. And that is our job too, to reach out to everybody with a loving, caring hand. That is what it is to be a disciple of Christ.